catch it cause I'm so soon. I can't make no mistakes, cause there is just no room. Guess I was made like crutches, strong enough to hold you, strong enough to carry, but I can't think for you. I can't give no input, only what I put in. Tired when I can't be, tired of my foot in, but I care for you. I want better for you, I can only hope that you want better also, cause we in this cycle, don't do. Catch it cause I'm so soon. I can't make no mistakes, cause there is just no room. Guess I was made like crutches, strong enough to hold you, strong enough to carry, but I can't think for you. I can't give no input, only what I put in. Tired when I can't be, tired of my foot in, but I care for you. I want better for you, I can only hope that you want better also, cause we in this cycle.
Hello. In my opinion, um, I wanted to do this video because a lot of things have been going on in the YouTube and also on different little shows that have not been of protecting the black female. And so I wanted to bring attention to it. Now, this will be a series of videos because it's a lot to put into one live. Um, I just really want to get down to the basics of what it means to protect black women and what that looks like. A lot of people don't understand that it's not just a thing that we say about protecting black women. It's actually something we should live by. Um, because if you didn't know, black women are the least protected of any um, species. We're not only unprotected, we're unvalued, we're underrated. We usually toss to the side like it doesn't matter what we say. And that's where things need to change. Like, we cannot just sit here and say we want to champion and protect the black women that we like. No, all women deserve to be protected. All women deserve to have a voice. All women deserve to be believed. All women deserve respect, okay? Especially our black melanated sisters. And I don't get it. I don't understand why we can't understand that. I don't understand why we can't get our young black men to understand that. If you didn't know, black girls and women are being trafficked at a higher rate than any other women. Why? Because we're unprotected. No one believes us when we go missing. You don't see it on the news. We're not newsworthy because of our melanated skin. We're not believed because of our melanated skin. We're not honored because of our melanated skin. As a matter of fact, black women hold some of the most powerful positions in our business world. But you'll never hear that. You'll never see it on your TV screen because we're not at that point where we can elevate a black woman to that level and show her the grace that she deserves. As a black woman of an older age, I feel like time have changed, okay? And I feel like our voices needs to be louder and we need to speak power into everything because everybody else don't believe we're important or we're valid or we're able to be believed. We should at least respect each other as black women. Just hearing the stuff I've heard over the last couple of weeks of how people talk about other black women made me realize that it was time to drop this video. I did not want to do it until I had this psychiatrist that I had that was going to come on here and tell us the philosophy of it. But just to get the ball rolling, I had to go ahead and start it now. So I don't know how many people have actually looked into what it takes or what it means to protect black women, but I plan on, laying out a few facts for you and letting you know because I feel like we've taken the protect black women and we changed it around and made it what we want what we want to see it or what we want to believe in it. And I don't believe that that's the way it should be. I really don't. I don't believe that it should be protect the black women that we see fit. No, it should be protect all black women. Because before you turn into a woman, you're a little girl that is also black, that is not championed, that is not believed, that is at a higher rate of being assaulted, of being taken, of being dismissed, of being abused. And it's going to keep on happening unless we speak power to it and we stop it. I'm only one person, but I'm asking everybody that can hear this, that will hear this, whether you're hearing it live or whether you're hearing it on a replay. I need you to take in consideration when a black woman says something to you, do you give her your full attention? Do you honestly take in the words that that black woman is saying? Do you feel like whatever that black woman is saying, you can take it and say, okay, I hear you. Even if I don't necessarily agree with you, I hear you. That's a part of it. We're silenced all the time. We're made to believe that whatever we believe is not fact, when in actuality, it's our fact. We should be believed. We should be protected. Hey, Marcella, thank you for coming. Um, I just don't believe that we're having enough power to say, hey, black women are not being protected the way they need to. Our young black girls are not being protected the way they need to. Why? Because the society has told us from a very young age that when you're walking as a little girl and these grown men are whistling at you, oh, you look older. That's the reason why they're whistling at you. Oh, you must be wearing something that. No, there's not a reason. We should still be respected. We should still be respected. We wear a crown on our heads the same way as any other race. We should be respected at all times. Not just when we think somebody else should champion us, but we should be respected at all times. Now, I'm going to tell you a little story about this little girl. This little girl was 7 years old. She was walking home from school, and a man stopped her and said, hey, little girl, where are you going? She said, I'm walking home. The man said, I'll take you there. She said, no, it's just around the corner. The man said, are you sure? Not respecting what this little girl said, okay? Keep in mind, it's in the daylight, okay? It was people on the streets. Saw this grown man, had them pulled over and was talking to this little girl. Nobody did anything. She said, no, I'm going to walk home. He said, okay. But because that little girl had already said she was going around that corner, guess what that man did? He went around the corner and parked in the alley, waiting for her to come by. He snatched her up. No news coverage was ever shown of that. Why? Now, I could speculate that it's because she's a young black girl. I could speculate that it was because of the area she stayed in. I could speculate that nobody cared about her, but she wasn't protected. Our protection starts at home. Our protection starts with us. If we don't value us enough to protect us, how is anybody else supposed to look at us and protect us? How is anybody else supposed to have this spirit to protect us? Let me tell you something. We have to protect black women. The same thing happened when the Megan Stallion came out. Everybody, I saw women and men beating this woman down. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody protected this woman. Nobody protected her. She had been shot and nobody protected her. The same thing in the case of Rihanna. Nobody protects her. Is it fair? No. Is it life? Yes. We are not protected. We're not respected. And it's time for us to take it back. I just don't understand how we don't see this, how we don't want to change this. Now, I have this article that tells you four things that you can do to learn how to protect a black female. So the first thing is listen to us. It is frustrating when you are trying to explain something and someone either cuts you off mid sentence or attempts to reduce you from being dramatic simply because they do not agree. Protecting us means to listen to us, amplify our voices, do not overtalk us, empathize with us, not just the girls and women who are near, but even the ones you do not know. Two, educate yourself and remain teachable. Some of you want to be educated on women experiences, which is cool, but please understand that we are not teachers. Most requests to be taught are fractions at best and do not come from a genuine place. I recommend doing your own research, actively listening, and remain teachable, even when you think you know enough, because the truth is, you don't. You never will. Number three, check yourself and your friends too. This is possibly the most important. To do this, you must have a level of self awareness that many of you do not have. It is not enough to be one of the good guys. You must make sure everyone around you is kind too. You cannot be afraid to speak up or call out things, question someone, or reprimand them if need be. Too many of us are dying and getting abused, and far too many remain silent about it. We live in a society that creates safe havens for abusers, and that must be stopped. Number four, nurture us. Black girls and women are never given a room just to be. We are expected to be strong for everyone. Rarely is the nurture we crave reciprocated back to us. The load is heavy. Being both black and female, our identities are not one we can take off whenever we feel like it, whether it is in friendship or romantic partnerships. Nurture us. Ask us how would we like to be supported. Hold our hand. Hug us. Let us cry. This is by no means an exertion list. but I do hope it helps someone start. We have to protect our black women. Hey, Emmanuel, we really do. We have to protect our black women. Okay, so I'm gonna go back over these rules again, and I'm just gonna, reiterate it. Okay, so number one, listen to us. Sometimes women, black girls, if you stay there and you listen, we'll tell you how we're feeling, what's wrong. All you have to do is listen. You don't have to cut us off. You don't have to tell us how you feel at that moment. All you have to do is listen. Even if you don't have a solution to our problems, show us that you care by listening. It goes a long way. Okay, so I'm going back to number two, which was educate yourself and remain teachable. We as black women are not your mothers or your teachers. We shouldn't have to teach you how to treat us or how to respect us. That should be something you have learned before you came into contact with us. It is not our problem to teach you what you don't know. Learn it on your own. Don't put that on us. We have enough on our plate. We don't need to train you. Number three, check yourself and your friends too. Oftentimes, you'll be out, you will see somebody disrespect another black woman or girl, and you stay silent. It shouldn't be that way. If you true friends with him, you should be able to tell him, no, don't treat that sister like that. She is a queen. These are not hard rules. And the last one, number four, nurture us. Give us a hug. Let us cry on your shoulder. Let us lay our burdens down. It doesn't take much, but it's a start. It's not all of the rules, but it is the very beginning starts. And this is the start that I wanted to start my topic on. Again, I told you this will be a series of videos. I did not want to make it long. I did not want to make this really, really, strenuous because this goes through a lot. In my next video about this, I'll be talking to a psychologist on the studies of how it affects black women to not be protected and what we go through on a daily basis and how that affects the mental state of a black woman. I hope you'll join me for that as well. If not in live, I hope you'll, join me on a replay. So that being said, it's in my opinion. I appreciate you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And leave your comments down below. All comments are welcome. All opinions are welcome here. We can agree to disagree. If you have something else you want to add to the topic, please feel free. Put it down below. You are respected here. You are loved here. And you will find peace here. Thank you.
Don't do, catch it cause I'm so soon. I can't make no mistakes, cause there is just no room. Guess I was made like crutches, strong enough to hold you, strong enough to carry, but I can't think for you. I can give no input, only what I put in. Tired when I can't be, tired of my foot in, but I care for you. I want better for you, I can only hope that